Hello everyone, you're welcome to the Activate Symposium. My name is Shola Jones, DJ Jonzin, and yes, I'm a DJ. You're welcome to the DJ world. Thanks for joining us on this workshop today. And yes, I'll be discussing mastering the art of DJ mixing, the techniques and skills for a seamless mix. But that is not the reason why I'm here. Let me do a little introduction about myself. So, I'm from, let me start with, I'm a full-blooded Nigerian, Yoruba boy. Not a Yoruba demon, don't worry, you're safe. So, I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. Ikeja, precisely, Ikeja boy, yeah, but then moved to Iju. And the funny thing about it is, I grew into music. My dad listens to like a whole wide range of music, and you know, something that you just grow into. I have street brothers, uncles who are party rockers, you know, when you say party rockers. So I think that was where I got the music spirit from. And then I think when I was little, if we get to go to kids' party, like my friends' birthday parties and all, you know, if you dance past me, or so the journey started there. I became a dancer. Okay, so there was an incident I cannot forget. So then in Lagos, that was when I think this whole mascot thing became viral. And my uncles in school, they had a party shop close to my mom's shop. So I'm always there, you know. So one day I put on the mascot and I was outside dancing. People were just looking at me. I see this small boy in the mascot dancing. Hey, so one of my big aunts saw me. She was like, Jesus, see our child. Hey, God forbid him being a dancer. Our child will be a doctor. I'm like, hey, you don't know, you know. There are moments when they have family meeting and, you know, like you're the bad child in the family, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm talking about way back about 18, 19 years ago, if I'm right. So, you know, entertainment wasn't the talk of, like, people believe people into entertainment are the unserious type then. So it was quite a rough journey, you know, but then I had to just make up my mind, like, oh, this thing, I can make something better out of it. Fast forward. So I started up as a dancer. Due to certain family issues, which I wouldn't want to talk about here, so we moved from Lagos down to Osun State. My mom is from Elisha. Yeah, that's a great town called Elisha. And when I got there, well, with the hope that my aunties thought, well, this boy is in the village. We can't be influenced with all this. Not knowing that deep down there, things are different. Yes, I never expected that. That was like more of the activation for my career. I got to meet a couple of people. I like to move with people that, I like to move with people that are older than me, yes. But then I have this, should I call it a touch of gangster, you know? So I met a couple of people, I was rolling with them. It wasn't easy. There are days that there's something Yoruba called Igbaju Igbamu. When they see me with them, you know, they're like, I'm boring. But deep down, I knew what I was doing. I knew what I wanted to achieve. But then, you know, it's all love. They don't want me to go astray, and they're just trying to look out for me and all. So with time, then I just looked around. The fastest way to have your freedom is our mothers love church, you know. So church is the first place you can start this thing. And yes, of course, every child is raised with the love of God, be you a Muslim or a Christian, you know. So far they see you going to church, the love of God, you know, it's just there. So I joined the choir. I learned to play a couple of instruments, drums particularly, because there's just something about me and drums, like beats, you know, drums particularly. But then I started my dance group in the church. I joined a group called the GOD Dancers, if I'm right. You know, we had a couple of, so let me just say a little bit about my dance career then. So I joined a dance group, and not like we were so good, but then we were trying. And then there was this group that came all the way from Lagos to perform, and it was fire. I was like, wow, I really need to join these people. I made contacts and all, but how do I move from Ilesha to Lagos? Just a small boy, what do I want to do? And then, was there phones then? I can't remember. I think there was phones, yes. But you can't even afford it. The only airtime available then was, I think, 1,500, and that was a lot of money then. Yeah, we only had MTN. The only SIM available then, and the only airtime is 1,500. So then I was like, fine. I tried to imitate what they did, created my own group. Man, trust me, the steps were kind of whack, but I had a good taste in the music, so. Then there's this dude called Desmond. He came to school in Osun State. Then I met him. His moves were sleek and all, And then it was an upgrade for us. Along the line, I met people like Moyo Gravity, and, I was hosted in a lot of praise nights. I think that was about the time praise nights was a thing. So there's almost no church in Ilesha that I didn't perform, So what I do most times is I cannot host the whole group, but I can fight for a slot for myself. So when I go there, I try to fight for a slot for myself. I do a solo dance and all that, and I became popular, local champion, And then the journey started. And then one of my big brothers, family, big brother, his name is Godfather. Yeah, he's still in the game. And then he just came around one time and he wanted to have a show. And I was just like, Papa from the party me now. Hey, I was happy. So far, problem, let's go. So lo and behold, that day we got to the, it's very funny. So when we got to the club, sorry, I'm boring you with my story, but let me just finish this experience. So when we got to the club, I was dressed in my choir uniform, black and white. You can imagine. I can't forget when I got to the gates. So the bouncer just looked at me and like, who is this small boy? Like, I was like, okay. My brothers had to fight for me to get into the club because, yes, I was underage and, alcohol, smoke and things like that. So it has to be. And so, yeah, of course, I'm just to perform and then leave and all. Lo and behold, after my performance, I think that was when I made my first stage money. About that time, it was like, I think 9,000 naira, which was, like people were just spraying me money. I'm like, that boy, I feel like a superstar, And my bro just saw that thing and I was like, oh, let's do more of parties, And me, bad boy, we want a streets, I like shiny things and also. I took it up and started the journey. I started the journey and, from there, my love for music, I listened to a lot of rap music. Then. I love rap music, so I started composing songs. So, okay, before I moved to that, I had like an uncle, a young uncle who was into music, into rap music as well. And then, I used to follow him. It was more or less like my manager then, let me put it like that. So he's always my excuse to be out of the house. So we go to the studio together, just whatever happens around you as a kid, you just grow into it. So I wrote a song. I wrote a couple of songs, wax songs. I promise you, wax songs. But then, it's you who composed it, so it's fire. And I just had them, and along the line, my dance career, I met DJ Rap. He's a DJ, yeah. So I skipped the part where I was to mention that, DJs always have the gigs, and you're a dancer. You need the gigs to showcase your talents. You need the gigs to showcase yourself, and the DJs. You have to move closer to DJs so you can get to go to the parties, so you can showcase yourself and all. So DJ Rap was just one DJ that just came in town one time, and I was like, this dude's swag is different. This dude's, like, okay. Funny how he was interested in me at first. So he walked up to me and like, oh, I like what you do. I like your choice of music. Oh, like, I like you to come to Oshogbo. I like you to, because then I think, Oshogbo was like the big boy zone then and all, so that was how it all started. He had a studio, like a proper recording studio and all, and, he hosted me for a couple of shows. And one day I just told him, I want to make a song. It's like, he does music too. Okay, let's go to the studio. We hit up with King Solomon. He made us a beat. I did my flow. I don't want to listen to that song. So I did my flow, and guess what? So that thing when you just see a young boy on stage and nobody's hearing what I'm saying, but the fact that I'm just speaking English, I know, so it was quite good. And one of the people who really, really motivated me and really liked what I do, Z-World is laid down with his soul rest in perfect peace. Terry G as well. Yes, I remember one time I was in a room with Terry G then, and he was like, guy, you have a talent, you have to keep it up. Entertainment is a space for you, things like that and all. Along the line, I just thought about it, to be honest. So I sat down, thought about it. Okay, in future, how do I do it? This dancing, I never knew dance would have moved to the next level, because then dancers were just like, So I just felt like dance is not something I'm going to be doing for a while. As much as I love it, to get to a stage where I might need to switch. So, and I thought, music, yes, music, I can always do music, but I need money to push music. I can't even afford a studio session, And I just looked around. I have DJs all around me. You don't have to be popular to get money for your gigs. I know your DJ must get paid because the party must happen. But I did not decide to become a DJ, So in the process of moving with DJs, I already learned one or two. And when you're just around them playing with the equipment and they're just like, I know, this is how you do it. Oh, okay. And with my choice of music, like my taste in music and all, made it easier. And then I remember it was my school valedictory service. It wasn't even my set. It was like the senior set before me. And they were like, oh, they've heard me play. Because I used to follow. So there's a DJ, then it's called DJ Glagzo. I used to follow him to parties, and also I do like startup for him. Because, I told you, I already had an idea how to DJ. So I do startups for him when the party is hot. So he got to a stage where even when I start up and the party is hot, and they tell him, no, just leave him, let him play. And also, I started building my skills at that point. So my guys were just like, oh, we need a DJ. Jones, can't you DJ for me? I'm like, okay, well, I have all these eggs now. All I need to do is just tell them to give me their speakers and, okay. They may shag my shesha, So I got the job. I think the job then was for like 3,000 naira, if I'm right. Yeah, got equipment for 2,500. Remaining 500 naira was in my pocket. So it was a small clubhouse. Let me call it the clubhouse. It's called KC. Was it KC then or Best Burger? Yeah, I think Best Burger then. And that was my first official gig, valedictory service. Lo and behold. So the funny thing is, the old schools have their valedictory service on the same week. So you can have like 2-3 schools have their own on the same day. And DJ Glagzo that I used to follow had a gig that same day. My gig was packed. Everybody was there. His gig was dry. Someone just went to tell him, I will quote in Yoruba. Ibi lowo akose yon party. Omo play ni kesi wo ero po nbe kinikan. And so they just come. I just saw that and switch off the whole thing. I wanted to be like, I'm still playing, I'm still enjoying. I just looked up again. So it just became a thing like, when did you become a DJ? You're a dancer, blah, blah, blah. You even got a gig, you didn't tell me. We shall beg, let us finish this party. Okay, So then it was like, if you want to be a DJ, you're supposed to come learn and blah, 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 So I got home, thought about the whole thing and like, I got paid for this thing, it suits me. I turned up the party, let me take it up. So I started moving with them. Then a DJ moved into town. DJ Vicky is late now, so rest in peace. He had good taste in old school music. Yeah, I learned old school music from DJ Vicky. Had almost all his archives and all. And along the line, I told you I'd been visiting the neighboring town, which was Osogbo then. Moving with DJ Rap, hosted a couple of shows, things like that. So I was gaining grounds because I had, number one advantage I had was because I was young. You hardly see a young boy do all these things, so I get that platform to perform and all, and I created relationships with people, and I just had to. So another thing is I learned something at the early stage of life, which is you must always have what people want. Like you must always have something to offer. So you would definitely want to have me around, So and like that, the journey started. School came in. I had my opportunity to be out of the house. I could explore more, travel a lot. But then, trust me, even while I was at home, I traveled a lot, man. There was one time I traveled, went for a show in Lautech. Yeah, they had a party there. They hosted an artist. I can't remember. I sneaked out of the house, so you can imagine. So I was supposed to go. It's a day show, so I'm supposed to go in the morning and get back in the evening. Now, so I go. First Scarcity hook me. Artists couldn't move from Lagos because of the fall. They had to switch the show to a night show. I couldn't get transport back home. And hi God, wahala. So my parents had been worried. My grandmother had been worried and all. And they were calling. I had to tell them, I went to the pastor's house. Not knowing that the pastor was in our sitting room with my grandmother. The pastor just called left phone and said, Shola, you said you are in my house. Or Momo called phone or your SIM card. And then I was sober and someone whispered something to me like, why are you sober? And I explained and I was like, you know what? If you get home, they will kill you. Make the night worth it. So when you get home and they beat you, at least you have a memory to hang on to. So I got on stage, I did my music, I did my dance. It was fire. Like I enjoyed myself. I forgot about all my wahala until the next day.
I've been a fool, I've been a fool.
So just one of those things. So then I said school came in. I had admission into the University of Benin, but I couldn't stay due to some reasons which I wouldn't want to say here. But I didn't want to go home and spend another year looking for admission again. So I took an admission at the Osun State Polytechnic, Ire, which is close to Osogbo. So I shuffle school and Osogbo. Then they had a couple of, they had some clubs then. I think it was Club Ripples. And then this club came in Pavilion. It wasn't the definition of club now, but then it was our club. So it was more like ground for me to train, build up myself. Because yes, of course, I was backing up. Mind you, all these times I wasn't like doing it professionally. Like, this is my gigs. Like, this is my gig. You understand? I wasn't doing it professionally. Like, this is my gig. I was backing up DJ Rap and a couple of DJs that have been in the game before me and all that. They're like my mentors, and So, well, just to remind you, You're still on Activate Symposium. My name is DJ Jonzin, and I'm taking you on my DJ journey, my DJ world. And thanks for not being bored with all my stories, So as I was saying, so it was more like me building myself. I was backing up the DJs and all, and it was something I loved doing. I wasn't even really doing it for the money. I was just doing it because I loved doing it. But unconsciously, I was building myself. Unconsciously. So I kept doing it. I do research. I go online. So I remember then, internet was not really a thing. So I had a bros, I don't want to mention his name. He has internet in his house. I didn't know he paid so much money for internet. Oh, man, I'll just enter internet. They look for waiting no loss. That kind of thing. And when it comes to just like, see what this boy is wasting my internet for, but do researches, listen to foreign mixes, listen to foreign DJs. I knew a couple of DJs right from time. Listen to Fatman Scoop, listen to DJ Drama, and a couple of foreign DJs then. So I built myself. Let me not bore you with that part of my life. So now, professionally, I started, I think my first professional spot was in Elisha, yes, Royal Park Hotel, when they said they wanted to run a club like kind of thing. So that was my first official, I can't remember the year, but then it's been a while. Then I had the opportunity to meet DJ Neptune, and I think Olamide was a thing about that time. Yeah, so I shared stage with DJ Neptune and Olamide then, and I just felt like, what, I think this thing is doing well for me, and let me just keep pursuing it. After that, I moved to Osogbo. Yeah, I had a major gig with the help of DJ Rap in Osogbo Club Pavilion, yes. From there, I moved to Ibadan. I started, so I skipped the part where I was a radio DJ in Elisha. So I worked at Unique FM, was a radio DJ for a while. Moved to Ibadan. Though it was through school, I was doing my IT in Splash FM. And then I just walked up to the DJ, I can DJ, blah, blah, blah. So it was a bit skeptical. Okay, let me see what you can do. And that was off air. When you listen to me play. So then I had always been playing with, there's a software called the Virtual DJ, which is much easier. And I think that was my first time seeing a Serato DJ. Serato DJ is like the main mixer where you can mix. So not like, so when I started in the era of the CDJs, Axis 9, Denon, you know what I'm talking about. But then there was Virtual DJ. And I just believe for the CDJ, you have to move around with a whole lot of CDs. I had a CD bag, yes. But I just felt like Virtual DJ is you having all your songs in one space. It's much easier, so I had to stick to Virtual DJ. But I could use a CDJ, but my first choice was a Virtual DJ. So then I got to know about Serato DJ when I got to Ibadan. And one thing about me is I don't run away from challenges. I embrace them, So like, okay, this thing cannot be too much. I had to go on the internet. I learned. No DJ showed me how to use the Serato DJ. I learned it myself. So I remember I was about to buy a player. I had money. I saved up. I wanted to buy a player, so I bought a Serato Intro. So it's more like a Serato Lite, like a lower version of the Serato Lite. It's something I could afford at that moment. So I bought it. I was at my uncle's place. I went to my uncle's place in Ikeja. Yeah, I bought it at Alaba. So I had to spend the night at my uncle's place. And free internet, I spent the whole night from 6 p.m. So I got into the room, put my headphones on, practiced everything I saw online, from scratching to smooth mixes to the function of Serato DJ, everything, the library and everything. And not so much DJs could undo Serato DJ at that time. So when I go back to my town, so not so much DJs could undo Serato DJ at that time. So when I go back to my town, and I'm like, oh yeah, I use Serato DJ. So I was more like a mini king, So everybody wants to learn Serato DJ from me, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is how you do it, this is how you do it, this is how you do it. And and my family had been supporting, and yes, my brother Big shout out to my brother, because I'm the kind of person who would not really ask for help. I would want to get it sorted myself. So one day my brother was just at home and I was like, man, this dude goes through a lot of stress trying to, okay, so then they've been like giving me space because they already knew, oh, this guy is really pushing this DJ thing. I've been making small change, taking care of myself and sorting little bills. They're like, oh, he's like, this boy wants to be responsible. Okay, so, so my brother just raised it like, oh, he doesn't like the fact that I'm stressing to get equipment, that equipment takes more of my money and all. And my aunt was just like, oh, what do you need? Okay, I need a laptop, I need 2 speakers and all. And we went to Alaba, we got it. Was it Wharfdale then? I can't remember. I think it was Wharfdale. Amplifier, and Yeah, fast forward. I was a radio DJ at Splash FM. I can't remember the year, but then not like official radio DJ, but through the influence of DJ Nu. Yes, it was DJ Nu in Ibadan then. So there I met BK. BK had met me in Oshobo at one of the shows. He's a rapper where I performed, and so he was the one who actually gave me a push, who said I should walk up to Nu, and also BK was more like a big guy in Ibadan. He was the first Nigerian guy. Well, he's from Cameroon, but I'll call him Nigerian guy because he stayed in Nigeria then. That does the fast rap thing, just like the Busta Rhymes and all. It was. So he was everywhere in Ibadan. So I tag along with him, got to know a couple of places and all. And then I got a job at. There was this lounge that opened in Ibadan, Apollo's Lounge. Started at Apollo's as the official DJ. My MD was so into my kind of music. Like, it was like, oh, then we opened a branch in Lagos, in Lekki, Lagos, 365. So that was when I moved back to Lagos. Actually, it was that job that took me back to Lagos. And so I had to reconnect with my uncles, my family and all. But, business can be funny and all. So the business had to pack up and all. But I was like, no, I can't move back. Lagos is the happening place, We die here. So luckily, the CEO, the Crescendo Lounge is in Ikeja. He had listened to me play in Ibadan and he was like, oh, this DJ. So he hosted me one time. So I just remember, I just called him. So I'm in Lagos now, I need a job. I was happy. Got me a job. I was in Crescendo for a while. We rocked it. Then along the line, I was doing my side gigs, wedding parties, major host. I launched Guinness African Special alongside DJ Spinall, Fino, and the likes. In fact, we had a music mayhem in Oshogo. I remember, then Olamide, Sam Clef, Fido, so then I was more like a big guy. I was a big guy per se, but I was in the league. I've always been in the league because I just try to squeeze myself into it, So I did a couple of shows, hosts, and all, which I don't even think I can remember how many shows. But then I got a job at the House, Lagos, which is where I still work. I've been with the House for about 5 years now. Yeah. So I've been their in-house DJ at the House, and I run some Saturdays with Rhapsody Cubana Kejajare. And it's been a great journey so far. But then I had to, cut. You have an idea, but then that is the old journey of DJ Jonzin. Thanks for being there.
My people, how una dey? I want show una better way where you fit dey buy your data all day. No stress, no wahala at all. Them call am meda pay. E dey for Play Store, e dey for App Store. E no dey far away. Buy MTN, Glo or Airtel. E dey for Play Store, e dey for App Store. E no dey far away. Buy MTN, Glo or Airtel. Subscribe your GoTV, TSTV. E go shock you like electric shock. You fit even buy airtime, them go reward your savings like you never lack. You fit buy MTN, Glow, Airtel data just for shikini money. Yes, so that's also jollificate with dey. E dey for Play Store, e dey for App Store. You know they far away. Buy MTN, Glow or Airtel.
You're still on the Actifate Symposium with DJ Jonzin, and this is a DJ workshop. It is my workshop. All right, so into the main topic for today, which is mastering the art of DJ mixing, techniques and skills for a seamless set. Well, it's not too much, like Yoruba would say, "Opo kutupo," you know. So basically, being a pro DJ at first. So being a pro DJ goes beyond just mixing. Yes, there is knowing how to mix. Yes, you can have a good set, but then it's a combination of your personality, who you are, how you handle your business, how you handle the career, how you handle the job. You understand, your interaction with your people, your interaction with the crowd. You understand. So first thing first, I will say, personal life, you have to be self-disciplined, because our career, I'm telling you, this job entails a whole lot. You know what I'm talking about. It exposes you to a whole lot. Being a DJ will take you to places, you travel, you meet people, you get exposed to certain kind of lifestyle. And if you're not self-disciplined, you can lose yourself along the line. You know, you just have to make sure it's not an easy thing, but then, you know, you have to just make sure the discipline is there with the help of God, and, you know, that is the number one thing. Then your attitude, you have to be humble, because they said pride goes before a fall, if I'm right. So you don't want to appear to your customers, let me call them customers, or your crowd, like you're proud. Because yes, you are the DJ, yeah, you're the star, you're the life of the party, but then you need the money. If you don't get booked, you know, there's no gig. And if you don't get booked, you don't pay the bills. And I'm sure nobody wants to interact with someone who has attitude issues, and also humility, patience, yes, because you're dealing mostly in an environment where people are taking alcohol, and they tend to overreact or misbehave, or, you know, I don't want to use the word misbehave, but you understand what I'm trying to say. They tend to sometimes go out of the box. So you have to be very patient and be tolerant. Like I said, it's not too much, but at the same time, it's heavy. Wow. So be open to feedbacks. Very important. Be open to feedback. Some DJs, after their set, they don't want to hear anything. They just go. No. Try to sit with people, listen. Even if you feel that their opinion is not valid, still listen. There would still be one or two things you can learn. Listen to feedbacks. Oh yes, this and this is what I thought. Oh, at so page time, your energy dropped. Oh, I think you should do this, you should improve on this, and then you work on it, you understand. Find time to practice. Very important. Your practice ground should not be on stage. Yes. And this happens to I use the we because sometimes, yeah, and you understand, bills, responsibilities, adulthood doesn't give you the space to. So sometimes you can't even just sit down and say you want to play music. You just want to rest, you want to cool off, and, you know, but still find time, even if it's just 15, 30 minutes set. Practice, try something new. Because if you don't practice at home and you just try to do it live on stage, you might not get it right, and it will mess up your old DJ set. You understand? So find time to practice. It improves your skills. You get the space to showcase new skills and new sets, new mashups, and whatever area you're specialized in. Yeah, another thing I wanted to mention just popped up. There are different types of DJs. So when people just hear DJ, they just think DJ is DJ, like all DJs are the same. No, even some DJs don't know. There is the party DJ, there is the radio DJ, there is the mixtape DJ, there is the guest DJ, there is the wedding DJ, there is the house music DJ, soca DJ, gospel DJ, and it goes on and on. Some of us are lucky to be able to combine 8 or more together. Some can't really deal, and which is actually, I could combine a couple of them together because I worked in the radio, and the radio helps you to explore a wide range and genre of music, so it made it easier. Because, for example, an house DJ understands house music to the core. There is electro house, there is Afro house, there is deep house. He knows the differences. He knows when to take it. But if you are a mixtape DJ, or let me not say the mixtape, if you're an Afrobeat DJ, you know more about Afrobeat. You can have an idea of the house music, but you can't go as deep as the house DJ. You understand? So there are specialties, let me put it like that, or area of specialization for we DJs. I can do more of the mixtape DJ, radio DJ, a bit of the house DJ, yes, I can touch that. Afrobeat DJ. I'm more of a hip hop DJ because, like I said, I love rap music, hip hop, so more of a hip hop DJ. I think that's 5. I did a bit of gospel DJing. Party DJ, host DJ, wedding DJ, yes. If you want to make the money, especially in Nigeria, you have to be able to play at weddings very well. Yeah.
Are you in search of affordable yet quality office, home, and outdoor furniture to serve different purposes? Then look no further. Art Deco Interior and Furniture Limited is the ultimate brand you have been searching for, ranging from office chair and table, dining set, luxury sofa chairs, Chesterfield sofa, hall and church chairs, transparent chairs, banquet chairs, outdoor furniture and garden seats, saloon furniture, student desk and writing chairs, bookshelf and cabinet, gaming furniture like snooker, table tennis boards, and many more. Visit us at any of our branches in Agumbelewo, Alekuwodo, Fakunle, Oshumol, Oshugbo, and Ile-Ife, or call us on 0803-510-5891. Once again, 0803-510-5891. You can also browse our extensive collection online at www.shop.artdeco.com.ng. Elevate your living space with Art Deco, where style meets sophistication.
So find time to practice, build yourself, know your area of specialization, and also try to build beyond your limitations because it will help. On my list here, don't mind me, I had a couple of lists. I just noted a couple of things here, and don't see others as a competition. Yes, it's not just the DJ world. I think it's a general thing. When you meet someone who is in the same business with you, you learn. The person will definitely do some things that you cannot do or you've not done, as well as you will do some things that the person has not done. You learn. Don't see the person as a competition. When you see the person as a competition, you don't learn. A couple of DJs can testify to it. When I meet you, and I like your set, I'll listen to your mixes. I still go to clubs, I go to lounges, I go to bars to listen to certain DJs play. Because I cannot build based on my idea alone or my skills alone. I need to listen to other people. I need to, open my mind, and then I can rebuild. So don't see others as a competition. See them as an avenue to learn and improve your skills and do better. Always do research. Yes, I mentioned that I'm always on the internet doing research, trying to know, research is not just about mixing alone. There's research about mixing, there's research about music, types of music and updates and all. There's research about the gadgets, the equipment you use, how do you handle this, how do you troubleshoot this, what's new, what can I even do extra, what can I combine, you understand, gadgets. Research about types of crowd, how to do something unique, spectacular to your crowd, how to connect with your crowd better, you understand. A lot of people who've seen me play know I have a couple of tricks up my sleeves, you know. Today I can be a hype DJ. You just see me DJing and I'm with the mic. Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're right here with DJ Jonzin. Who's ready to party? You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, I learned that while listening to them Fatman Scoop, Lil Jon and the likes. So you can make research on different things. It's a wide range. The business is wide, but people just think DJing is just DJing. No, it's wide. Also here, record and listen to all your sets. Yes, you cannot know how good you are and where you need to adjust if you don't even listen to your own materials. You know, it's just like a tailor. You sew a cloth and you need someone to put it on so you can see how it is, how it fits. Then you know, oh, okay, I think the trousers is a bit too tight. Okay, next time I have to make it like this, you know. I think the length of the shirt is, so that's the thing. When you listen to your mixes, you can tell, oh, I think my scratching was too much. Oh, I think I used too much samples. I think the effect was too loud. So you know. Then you can also have the feedback like you are the crowd. You're one of the guests listening to the DJ. You can tell, oh, okay, I need to adjust this. I need to adjust this. I mentioned be open to feedbacks. Connect with the crowd. Yes, you must always connect with your crowd. You cannot be in your own world. I've been in a couple of parties where people just say, the DJ is just playing for himself. Oh, you cannot play for yourself. You're playing for the crowd. You might like a particular type of music. No. Yes, you can blend it in your mix because, of course, yes, we DJs, we play what we like as well. But you have to make sure it flows with your crowd so you connect with them. Know what they want to listen to. Take their requests, even if you're not going to play all, because yes, not all requests fit into our playlist. So our crowd, please, sometimes when you make a request that we don't play, it's not because we don't want to play it. It's because not all requests fit into the BPM. There's something called BPM, that's beats per minute. There's something called BPM, yeah, beats per minute. Sometimes it doesn't fit into the BPM. That's the speed of the song. So, for example, let me use Nigerian songs. So you can imagine being on a organize, every other day I organize, and you just want to play Alpha, make you know the, you know, it's too different. You just dropped the spirit in the room. But because somebody wants to listen to Away by Ayostar, tell you, please play Away, please play Away. Now, the tricky thing about it is, as a DJ who has done research, you can actually download an Afrobeat remix of that song, and it fits in. You DJ that's listening to me, you pay me for that. So, you know, that's where research also comes in. And like I said, be humble. Be humble. Yeah, so let me just mention a couple of steps that one can take to become a DJ. Because I know a couple of people have the passion for music and want to be a DJ, and I don't know the way around it. It's never too late. There is nothing you can learn. There's nothing you can learn. There's nothing you can do if you put your mind to it. So first thing you need is gadgets. You don't need all the gadgets. All you just need is basically, first thing, a laptop. Why? Because you have to have your own archive of music. You have to have your own library. You have to have your own collections. So once you have that, that's the first step. Then you can arrange them. Yes, you need to get a player, a DJ deck. Some people call it turntable. So turntable is a particular type of DJ player. Turntable is the ones that have the disc. We call it vinyl, but you people call it that black plate, black disc. That's the turntable. We call it vinyl. So that's a turntable, but they're all called DJ decks or DJ players. So now we have different types. We have turntables, we have the CDJ, we have controllers. Controllers are the ones that are all around now because they are much easier to carry. They are much more advanced. They have more, They have more features, and you know, they're just like the hybrid, let me put it that way. So you can get a controller, a small controller, to like just enhance your skills. Then If you have a DJ around who can put you through, fine. If you don't, there are videos online you can watch to learn how to do a perfect beat matching. What's it called? Beat mixing, clean mixing, you know. Your, what's that English? I forgot that. There's a DJ term for it. I forgot. There's a DJ term. It's called transition. Yes, your transitions must be perfect and smooth. You understand? Don't focus on skills first. Focus on the transition. I learned this listening to DJ Neptune. I have never sat down with DJ Neptune and you tell me, oh, this is it, but I learned a lot listening to his mixes. DJ Neptune can do a whole mixtape and you won't hear a single scratch. And the blend will just be perfect. The transitions are perfect. So I learned that I can mix 5 songs and you will hardly even notice I changed the song. Like the progression will just be there. You don't want to be going this way. So you can either just go like this. You definitely don't want to go like this. It's better you go this way. And you definitely don't want to go like this. You'll get your crowd confused. So the progression must be at a certain pace. And if you want to be at the middle, you want to maintain this pace, just go like this. Don't go this way, you know, until you now want to take it up or probably the party's ending and you don't want to bring it down. So that basically is the thing. You watch videos online, brush up, then try to, you know, record a couple of your sets, like I said. Have your friends listen to them yourself, listen to other DJs, do research and all. And when you feel like, oh, okay, you can start small, somewhere around, just have them give you a few minutes to showcase. In the process, you can actually tell from the crowd feedback, oh, I need to adjust here. It's not something you get in one day. And yes, I was going to mention, we do have bad days too. There are some days that when you play, it just seems like, should not be me again. What's happening? You know, you feel like you're not gingering the crowd. Like this crowd, no, they ginger. Why? That's what it happens. Because this job also has to do with our personal moods. Yes, we try to struggle, keep our personal life away from it. Because if you are not in a good mood and you're playing, my dear, you're going to spread that energy to the whole room. So you have to try to be at the high spirit as much as you can, so the whole room gets that vibe. You understand? So that is basically to DJ. I think I've shed some light. If you want to hear more, come and pay me for a private session. You know.
Showglass Media International, set to be Africa's leading multifaceted media company, aimed at harnessing creative minds while hinging on the use of modern media techniques to create eye-raising moments, excellent managerial coverage, and narrative-changing content to individuals worldwide, as well as targeted media platforms, brands, agencies of government, and multinational organizations.
As part of Showglass Media's international efforts, our podcast platform, Things Upon Things, addresses the in-depth of societal issues, while our news and infotainment platform, Hourglass Updates, beams the spotlight on day-to-day activities, just as it is. Another creation of the Showglass Media International is our comedy content promotion platform, Biscuit. Visit our website and check out our content from our YouTube channel, Showglass Media International, recreating the narratives.
It's still Actifate Symposium with DJ Jonzin. I hope you're having a good time with me. It's my workshop. It's the DJ workshop. What I've been discussing is mastering the art of DJ mixing, techniques and skills for a seamless set. You know, when you say a seamless set, it's smooth. You understand? So, and if you go by all what I mentioned, like I said, it's not too much, but they are key. If you go by all what I mentioned, trust me, you're going to be one of the best DJs around. You should, and another mistake most DJs make is, don't be, yes, everybody wants to be popular, yes, sometimes you have to be hungry for hits, but don't be too much into the, I want the fame first. Build yourself, be good, have a quality. Once you build that quality, trust me, the fame will come. People will come for it. People will listen. I've known DJ Obi for a very long time. Dude built quality. Right before people started, okay, DJ Obi has been shutting down parties in Victoria Island. He has been shutting down parties from way back. Like, I've known him. I'm like, who is this dude? Who is this guy? And when I heard him play, I was wowed. And you can just imagine, Obi is just all around now. And some people think it's some DJ that just came in yesterday. Well, I hope you had a great time with me. Like I said, if you want to listen more, you have to come and pay me personally. It's been fun hanging out with you guys. It's the Actifate Symposium. DJ Jonzin. Shout out to the crew. Shout out to everybody. And shout out to you for being there. Shout out to you for tuning in. Shout out to you for subscribing. Shout out to you for taking time to listen to me, to listen to us. Happy World Youth Skills Day. Yes. Don't render yourself useless. Go out there, get a skill, learn a skill, be useful.